Hey, welcome back everyone. Look, I wanted to do a follow-up on magazine and holster compatibility with the BRG9 Elite. Touched on it kind of briefly, kind of washed over it in the last video, but I'd like to get into actual dimensions slash specifications, magazine difference, compatibility, and then holster compatibility. This would be really helpful for any of you that may have or already have whatever an XD9, first generation. Then that way, you can use not only your magazines but your holsters or what holsters. So I just want to let YouTube know that anything I'm doing here is not modifications. It's merely for demonstrative purposes. Nothing of that sort, and I don't believe there's any violation, so please don't flag me. What I'm going to show right now is first is that the pistol is clear. Lock the slide to the back. There is nothing in the chamber. There is nothing in the magazines. Okay, the world is good. Here we go. All right, that being said, we'll set the pistol aside, decock it. That can stay right over there. Okay, here we have our two specimens. Springfield XD9, BRG9 Elite. At first blush, they're like very similar, almost identical. But there are actually a lot of dimensional differences in these. It does not affect the function at all. It may, but I haven't experienced any my 300 plus rounds through both magazines, both varieties. The main difference is that the BRG9 magazine body is actually longer. Other than that, the thickness of the material is the same that they made out of. I don't know if this is a carbon steel, but I know this is a stainless steel in the XD. But if you take these two and you put them together, you butt them up, you can see at the tops that the BRG magazine, see if I can get closer. Here we are. We butted. There, we're butted. Okay. Is taller. It's taller. Not terribly noticeable, but it actually breaks down to about 1/4 of an inch difference. And what I'm going to do, you can see right there when you bring them where the round gets stripped out of the back of the magazine, you can see the difference right there. And I thought that this was just a cosmetic deal, but actually the magazine body is actually almost a full 1/4 of an inch when you break it down longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these two magazines apart and we're going to compare all the components, take a couple of measurements. XD magazine. Base plate. Body. Follower. Spring. Okay. So we have all those components right there. BRG9 magazine with the oversized base plate, which is to make up for the extra material here, so it doesn't look goofy sticking out of the bottom of the pistol. I guess it's like, it would be like kind of an extended magazine without a magazine sleeve. You'd have a 1/4 of an inch gap by about that much, actually, Okay, base plate. Usually I got a little extra spring. Before I even get into the magazine body, actually, I will go after the magazine body first. So you can take these two and you butt them, and right there, you can see it right there. Boop, right there at the top. Okay, so I could take a measurement. On, and we will open this baby up, and we will first take one of the XD magazine. We'll go right to the bottom, and we are at, oh, I want inches. You can go millimeters. It's 114.46 millimeters, but I'm going to go in inches for this one. Inch fractions, okay. 4.5 inches. Okay, that's 4.5 inches. There you go. 4.5 inches for the overall length of the XD magazine. Now, we're going to go a little further. Okay. Okay. 4 11/16 of an inch. Not quite. Well, there you go. 445. It's not quite a full 1/4 of an inch, but it's close. You get the idea. You get the idea. So there you go. Just let me square this up a little bit. All right. Okay. Okay, so now we've established that the magazine body is in fact longer on the BRG magazine. That's fine. Okay, we're zeroed. Now we'll take some exterior dimensional measurements. We will go with the width going from the back side. And we're going to go, let me zero that. We'll go in millimeters on this. Okay. Why? Because I want to. 20.59 millimeters width of the body of the magazine on the BRG. Zero it out. Zero. Okay. 20.42 on the width. Oop. Yep, I got the right side. Got ahead of that. I had it flipped around. Ding. Okay. Zero. Zero. Come on. All right. Here we go. Okay. You got 20.37, 20.34 XD magazine. And this one is 20.52, 53. So there's a difference. So already, not only is the BRG magazine body longer, which I'm accurate with my suspicions, this was designed to accommodate 18 rounds in this magazine. Because like I said in one of my past videos, my last video as a matter of fact, I got 17 rounds in this magazine, even with the dimples in it, and I wasn't really forcing it. It accommodated. I was using a Magwell style loader. I mean, who knows if I was doing it by hand. That was actually my first time using one. It was great, by the way. But anyway, this crimp, if you take that out, I'm sure you can get 18 rounds comfortably in this magazine. Okay, we went with the width. Now we're going to go with the length of the bodies of the magazines. We are 0. Okay, what do we got? Okay, almost 32 millimeters. It's tickling 32 millimeters. 31.94. It's tickling 32 millimeters. Now zero out again. 0. .01, so 32. Almost 2 full, let me see, almost 2 full millimeters in length from front to back. Okay, now, that being said, the dimensions in the body you got a little frontward to backward movement but it does not. When it locks up, it locks in perfectly in function, but there is a little more movement, there's a little more give inside of the Magwell here. Now you drop in your BRG. You can see. Are you ready? Back, forth, back, forth. I mean, I can. There's jiggle, but not like. But that being said, it has absolutely no bearing on the function. It's just a little tighter, which means that dimensionally, these magazines may work in an XD. I haven't tried it in my XD yet. I'm sure they're going to work, but, you know, I don't know if it's going to drop free. Actually, I could test that by the end of the video, just, you know, for shits and giggles, which I probably will. All right, so there you go. We've established that. We can put that aside. All right, magazine body aside, magazine body aside. Now, we are going to go, the followers is a difference in the springs and the followers. BRG9 spring, it's obviously longer. You can see the length difference right here at the bottom. It is quite a bit different because this, I'm just showing you like this because this is not, it's removable, but I'm not going to pull it off the follower. It's kind of like an M16 magazine follower. You can see right there, stack them on top. I mean, you got, you see, inch. I want to go in inches on this one, okay? All right. You're talking about nearly, yeah, an inch and a half, about an inch and a half more in magazine spring. There you go. There's your 18-round magazine spring. And this actually, it's identical to an original Springfield magazine spring, but this is actually a plus 10 Wolf magazine spring. But they're dimensionally, the spring tension is different, obviously, but they look exactly the same. The length is exactly the same. But there you go. There's a true 16-round magazine, and this is an 18-round magazine. Okay, we've established that. Now the followers. Let's look at the followers real quick. They're really... There's your slide lock right there, slide lock. I mean, they're a little cosmetically different, but functionality-wise, all the measurements are pretty much the same. They do the same thing at the same time. You can see there's a little difference here, there's a little difference here. This is XD, this is BRG. I'm going to say that they're made of similar materials, but I'm not going to say which one's better than the other. I mean, it's a toss-up, but the XD one's a little more solid. But, you know, they're rigid. I mean, this one's got a little give to it. This one, not so much. But there you go. Follower difference. The only real difference for feeding is like right here with the profile where the round would slide off when it's getting stripped in. This one has more of a cradle and then a hump, which is the BRG magazine. And then this one right here just basically has a more subdued hump. And it's not overly used, this magazine. But anyway, that's not even really that big of a deal. Base plates. Base plates, BRG, Springfield Armory. Okay, right off the bat, boom, there's your width. There's your difference. And like once said, it's actually designed to cover up like a magazine sleeve extension to cover up the extras protruding from the bottom of the stock BRG magazines. I was actually looking at this at first before I took all my measurements and actually realized that it was a longer magazine body because they're both 16 rounds, supposed to be 16 rounds, so, you know, why not? I was going to swap over some XD magazine base plates, but that's a no-go. That's not going to happen because then I'll have like almost a quarter of an inch of magazine sticking out. So if that's not going to happen, those are going to stay the way they are, and that's that. Okay, so that's that. So real quick, let's put these back together again. Boom, 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 boom. Here you go. And I've done this a few times, right? That's one. Okay, now. Get in there. Believe it or not, the XD magazines, it's a little bit of, it's got this thing detached, so it's a little bit of a struggle. So if I fumble, try not to laugh at me too much. You can laugh a little bit. That's okay, as long as you're laughing with me. I can see you. I can't, but you know. All right, there you go. Get in there. Come on, baby. All right, now we're in. We are back together. All right, let's put all this good stuff away. Well, what we do without calipers and precision tools, we wouldn't really, we wouldn't be able to learn anything real. When it comes down to people's dimensions, and if everything can be proven mechanically, dimensionally, then if it's that similar, there's no reason why it shouldn't function. Okay, now we already know she's clear. She's clear. She's clear. All right, let's put the magazine back in, discharge it. And now, before I get into swapping in bringing the XD out and seeing what the compatibility is with that one, I want to show you some holster compatibility. All right, so you got an XD, you got some magazines, excellent. You're in business. Well, what are you gonna do for a holster? Well, I'll tell you. A lot of you probably already know this, but XD holsters work like a charm with this weapon. This is a Black Hawk Serpa. I think it's a level 2 Serpa holster. Typical Black Hawk holster. They call it a sporter model. Anyway, XD Serpa holster. Boom, right there. Fits in perfectly. Draws out perfectly. Kind of like it was made for it. Would you look at that? Can you believe that? Kind of like it was made for it. Who would have thunk it? Beautiful. There's that. But not all of us are going to walk around with a Serpa holster on our side on a day-to-day basis. We're doing, concealed carry or whatever. So, Jesus, what other kind of holsters might fit with that? Well, let's find out. Here I have, I don't even know what brand this is. Oh, someone might know what it is out there. I don't. But anyway, I think I paid like $40 for this. But it's made for the XD. Inside the waistband, right? There you go. You can see the profile. Bang. You are in like flint. I also have a small of the back holster. It's like a pancake style small of the back inside the waistband. And it all fits the same. I mean, it might as well be an XD that's going in here. You can see, perfect. Perfect. Around the trigger guard, perfect. And what's good about carrying this, a lot of people don't want to carry or concealed carry, a striker-fired pistol because they might get some material snagged when they're reholstering and then, cause, let me see, one of these. But, if you holster it with your thumb off of your grip safety, how's that going to happen? Even if you get something caught inside of that trigger guard when you're inserting it into the holster, clothing, shirt, jacket, who knows what. Not going to happen because, see, how's that going to happen? The only way it's going to happen is if you depress that, and that's that. Okay, holsters compatible also, excellent. So, let me just jump over here real quick. And we're going to pull out the XD and we'll take a look at that. And we will see how the magazine compatibility goes in that as long as we're here. And, okay. Okay. XD9. Oh, I love this pistol. What do you think? Why do you think I got this? Do they look similar, people? Do they look similar? Let me see. Looks like there was a rooster in the hen house, wouldn't you say? There you go. This one's got, it's outfitted with some nice, was it True Glow day-night sights on it, and a nice set of, let me see, laser grip, Crimson Trace laser grips. Real nice piece. Okay, let's get down to it. BRG magazine. Moment of truth, right? Let's see. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I haven't used a BRG magazine in the range with this pistol yet, but, I mean, look. Look at that. Ready? Jumps up. It will drop free. Locks in. No problem. Drop free. Okay. Now let's see how much he jiggles around. I think I might want to take a measurement. These might be closer to spec than I thought. Let's take a quick measurement of the inside. Put this on, of this Magwell. Hope I'm not boring you much, but this is important stuff. So we'll go bum 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 bum. We got to get below that flare. Okay, 0.81 of an inch on the width of the XD interior Magwell. Let's see. You zero this out. No, zero. Come on. Zero. Okay, we're zeroed. You know, some people find this information boring, but 0.8170. Okay, it was 0.81.05 was zeroed out here. So there's a difference, but it's almost 100 thousandths of an inch. It's under 100 thousandths of an inch. Oh, wait a second. All right, ready? .8170. Let me take that again, just to make sure. .018195. Let me see. Go back. Boom. I'm all over the place right now. Bear with me. I'm trying to get something. Maybe it could just be from inserting the magazine that's a little out of original spec now. Okay. Now I'm getting 0.81 dead on. Okay, let's go right to the middle of the Magwell, okay? Because okay, 0.81.45. 0. Okay. Okay, let me see. That's at 0.82. Right to the middle. I'm trying to hit the same spot. I want to get an apples to apples comparison here, people. 0.8170. All right, so there you go. 0. One more time. This is what I do, people, okay? Okay, 0.8175. So there's a difference. There is a difference in the width. There's your side-to-side movement. Let's see the length of the Magwell. Oh, hold on. Are we zero? We're 0. If any of you were wondering, other than some of the other things I did in my life, I was an industrial mechanic, so I had to deal with a lot of machinery, and hundreds of thousands of an inch made a big difference. 127.25 inches from front to rear. Now we'll see this one. Zero it out. .127.25. Is that identical? Do we have a tie? Do we have a tie? Let me go in the same spot. Do we have a tie? Do we have a tie? Let me see. 128. 128. 128. 127.05. It's close. It's close. It's not even, it's negligible. we have the lateral movements, the difference. That's about it. Yeah, it's pretty close. Anyway, we're going to call it a day with that one, folks. I hope you guys got something out of this. Thank you again for watching. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, smash that like button. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great day.